Hello everybody, it's Gloria, Gigi the Crochet Queen, and today's tutorial will be on some washcloths. And this is a very easy pattern. Mine measures 11 by 11, and I used 100% cotton yarn. For the orange one, I used the sugar and cream. This is a 4 medium weight yarn, and the recommended hook size is an H hook, and I used an I hook. You can see that, my Susan Bates I hook. And for the other color, I used the cone, and I believe it's also from Sugar and Cream. I don't have the label that came with it. I've been using it for a while. So this is a very easy tutorial. It's a one row repeat until you get it to the size that you want. My rows equaled 37. So let me make some washcloths. So that's what our tutorial will be on today, these washcloths. And I also want to say this is the same pattern that I used for my blanket. And let me show you that. Okay, this is the blanket, and I am using the ice cream yarn in grape. This is a 3 lightweight yarn, and I'm using 2 skeins of it for this blanket. I'm also using a P hook. This is a big hook. I'm using that, and it's not finished. Now with this one, I chained a total of 88, and I went from there. So you will see this same stitch. It's a single crochet stitch on a smaller scale, using it to make the washcloths. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so for this washcloth, I'm using some white yarn from Sugar and Cream, and again it's 4 weight, and this is white, and it recommends a 6mm hook, but I again will be using the I hook. Ooh, my hands are dry. And you will also need a yarn needle. And since I cannot find my scissors, they have taken legs and walked, I'll be using my Clover yarn cutter. You can see that. I like this thing. And I put some yarn on it so that I could wear it around my neck and at least keep track of that, because I can't seem to keep track of any scissors. So let's get started with this. Looks like I'm pulling from the wrong place. Let me turn this camera off so I can get my yarn started, and I'll be, oh, let me go. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to pull from the center. Let me check. I like to pull from the center. Hold on. Okay, found my center. So let's get started with a slip knot. And how I do my slip knot now, because I think it's fancy, I put my tail over, and I take the tail behind the working piece of yarn, and I bring the yarn over the hook, the working tail portion of it, and I pull through the loop on my hook. And that is my slip knot. And so what you want to crochet, what you want to do is chain 42. So chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, That is how you do a chain. So I want you to do 42 chains, and I will meet you at the end when you finish your 42 chains. Okay, so I'm at the end of my 42 chains, and what you want to do is single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So the loop on your hook does not count. You got 1 chain, 2 chains. You want to do a single crochet in there. Single crochets, go in, grab your yarn, pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then you want to chain 1, you want to skip a chain and do a single crochet into the next chain. Chain 1, skip a chain, single crochet into the next chain. Chain 1, skip a chain, single crochet into the next. You want to do that all the way across to the end, and you should end with a single crochet in your last chain, and I will meet you at the end of this row. Okay, so I am at my last two chains, and you do a single crochet into the last chain, and this is what it should look like. And you want to chain 1, turn your work, and you want to do a single crochet into that very first single crochet, chain 1, skip over to the next single crochet, do a single crochet into that stitch, chain 1, skip to the next, single crochet, chain 1, and you do that all the way across until you get to the end, and I will meet you at the end of this row. I am on my last single crochet and doing a single crochet into the last one, and again chain 1, turn your work. This is what your work should look like, and again do a single crochet into the first single crochet, chain 1, single crochet into the next single crochet, chain 1, single crochet into the next single crochet, chain 1, and that is what the pattern is. It's a 1 row repeat all the way until you get it to the length that you want. Again, my length, it was 11 by 11, which equals 37 rows. So you can make it smaller, larger. This is done with even numbers, so multiples of 2, and you can make however size you want to make, but make sure you use a multiple of 2. And you can also do a border. I chose not to do a border because this is a washcloth, everyday use, just for myself, so it doesn't need to be fancy. But if I'm giving this as a gift, I would probably do a border, or selling it, I would probably do a border. But the purpose is just to do a very simple design and have a working project when you finish. And I believe this is a great easy pattern for beginners, if you're doing the same thing repetitively, so you get used to working and using your skills, counting, making sure you're in the right stitch, things like that. So I will meet you at the end of my 37th row. Okay, so I am on my last few stitches of round 37. I should say row 37. So I am going to finish this washcloth. And one more. And it is finished. Take my clover yarn cutter, cut the yarn, tighten that down, and sew in this end, this tail I should say. And I usually start there, bring it down so it kind of looks like the other one, and feed it in where necessary to hide it. And then I go back up again. Then I go back down. And then I will cut that. And hide this tail at the beginning. Same way. Go into there. And there. Yep. Bring it down. And this is a shorter tail, so I'm going to weave it through. Make sure that's okay. Get my clover again. You can find this on Amazon. You can also find it at Joann's. They're great to have if you're traveling. So that is the end. And if you don't know, I'm a big Dolphins fan, so these are my Dolphins colors. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you make this video. Now I want to talk about the loofahs. Okay, so I just wanted to talk about the loofahs or the body scrubs that I've seen some crocheters make. And I've made them before. I made them with some acrylic yarn, and they are really pretty. They're really fluffy. And then I made some more just recently with the cotton yarn. And me personally, I don't like them because they get really heavy when you wet them, and they don't lather up as well as, you know, the scrubbers that you get in the store. And also, I have the soap saver, so I use that as well to try it out. And it lathered up better with the soap on the inside of it. So I like that better. If I'm going to use a bar of soap, I'll put it into the soap saver. And with the cotton loofahs, they get heavy. Even the acrylic one, they get heavy. And then it takes them forever to dry. So the first one I did, I used the double crochet stitch and made it fluffier, and you'll see that that first one will be the the double crochet, 3 double crochets in each stitch. And when I used that first, it didn't lather up very well, and it was heavy, and I just didn't like it at all. And so I hung it out to dry, and it is still drying. Then I said, well, let me see if I could do it with a longer stitch, and maybe it would do better. So the second time around, I did it with the triple crochet stitch, the treble stitch, and it was the same effect. It still didn't do as well as I thought it would. So that's why I went to the soap saver, and that was much better. But I usually use the body washes anyway. So that is one of the reasons why I said, well, let me just do me some washcloths and be happy with that. So that is why I did the washcloth. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you make your own and share it with me on my Facebook page or Instagram. You can find me. I'll have my information in the description box below. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like, and comment on this video. I love reading your comments, and share if you can. And again, thank you for watching, and thank you for all of my new subscribers. I really appreciate it. I hope you all are having a good holiday weekend, and stay safe. And until my next video, keep crocheting. Bye-bye.